because you have used the word robbery with aggravation, it means the person was under some threat, aggravated type of threat, in fact, I must state, okay? And by implication, there could have been more than one person, which means the victim must have been in a position, I could say, very vulnerable. And so that victim might use anything whatsoever to secure or defend his own life. In the process, if somebody dies, I have told you, self-defense is always available, provided you can prove it. There are various elements necessary to be proven if a self-defense is to be upheld by the court.
So, given now that this don't happen and we get inmates and we're on death row, what happens to them now?
Again, the question is whether the death penalty, so the question is whether the abolition of death penalty law that has been passed by Parliament is retrospective. Okay? If it is retrospective. If it is retrospective, then it will act in the past.
So
if it is not retrospective, then it will not affect the past.
So
I have had right activists, okay, who have strongly advocated that persons who are now on death row must be given the opportunity to enjoy the benefits of the law.
So retrospective in this case means if the law they go back and consider the one them with already on death row. Now you mean?
Yes. When we say the law they act retrospective, it means, among other things, that you made the law today, okay, but there are issues you want the law to cover that are in the past. So the coinage of the act will come clearly to say, when does this act come into effect? Some acts come into effect in the future. Some acts come into effect by some steps taken by the appropriate authorities. Some acts are made to act in retrospective. For example, there was a time we had a cocaine matter where an aircraft was impounded at the airport, right? Our laws dealing with matters that constituted that case were such that much may have not been realized if we are going to rely on the laws that we had, because much we are yet to be done.
We not be getting any law for
that is
smuggling.
Exactly, that's like what I'm saying. So what happened in the process? Parliament made a law to take effect from the past so that they can deal with the issue adequately. So like I said, the law must state as to whether it must act in retrospect or in the future or as of the time it is passing.
So as it is now, and not talk anything about
that law is silent on it.
It's silent about that.
Yes.
So is this something where all of them things that we don't highlight clearly show say yes, death penalty has been abolished, but there are things to be addressed.
Quite a lot of other things that are supposed to be addressed. Like I have said, the issue about what really is death penalty by the Prisons Act, what is really referred to as life imprisonment under the Prisons Act, are something they need to look at very carefully. I have said by the calculation of the remission of sentences pursuant to the Prisons Act, there is always a 30% removal of the total term to be spent by the convict.
And as these issues them we wanna get for take up with the Attorney General for make una get the alternate things, there are all areas them where the death penalty law silent on for make there be a clear definition of how it should be applied.
Quite a lot of right activists, have taken up this matter. Lawyers have commented on same. We are also discussing it. We'll continue to talk about it. You journalists will continue to trigger and tickle discussions around this, okay? And I am sure steps are being taken to really fit the whole project of abolishing death penalty in its entirety in Sierra Leone. Steps are taken, like I have said, to abolish the death penalty. The beauty about it all is the fact that there is a political will. There is a political will more than ever before to abolish death penalty. So if there is the political will, any gentle proposer to make the law work will be accepted by the political actors of this country.
All right. Thank you very much for talking to us.
The point is, when you say to the ordinary man, when you say life imprisonment, when you say life imprisonment, to the ordinary man, it will appear like when you are convicted and sentenced for life imprisonment, you will be in prison until you die. Not so?
Yeah.
That is the understanding. It is not so in the law, like I have said. Because there are some other calculations being done within the prison wall, which might not keep you there for the rest of your life. So you see?
All right. That's a good education for us this morning. Thank you very much, Michael Charles, PRO for Bar Association, for honoring our invitation and talking to us this morning. This is Epic Morning Show.